Cupcakes part 2. I accidentally cut the camera off the first video, so part 1 comes in 2 parts. This is the second part. So guys, this is the cupcake mixture. I have creamed together the butter and the caster sugar until it's it's a lighter, creamier mixture. So next I am going to add in a tablespoon of my vanilla paste. You can also use vanilla essence if that's what you have in the house. So it's just a teaspoon of vanilla paste or extract. And then I'm going to mix in 1 egg at a time. I don't want to mix them all in at the same time because the mixture will curdle. And I'm going to put the egg into, I'm going to crack an egg into a cup. That way, if you do accidentally get any egg, like any egg shells, you can fire it out where you can dig it out with a wee spoon or something. So guys, I will be back in a wee second once I have done the rest of my eggs. Right guys, so that's my first egg done. I'm going to add that into my my butter and sugar mixture. And my vanilla is in there as well. So just give it a good old mix until it's well incorporated. Remember, get round about the sides and the bottoms as well. Okay guys, I'm going to add my second egg. So into my cup goes my second egg. And you just add 1 egg at a time and then mix it in between until it's all mixed together. And I'll be back in a wee second once I've got all eggs done. Right guys, once you have added all your eggs into the butter and sugar mixture along with your vanilla, this is how it's going to look. The next thing we're going to add is your plain flour. I'm going to use a sift and I'm going to sift it in so that there's no little lumps and stuff in it. And with my plain flour I also have baking powder. So bear with me a wee second and I shall just get my sieve. Matter, Sasha. Hey? Right guys, so I'm going to use my sieve. I'm going to just sieve that flour right through. And I'm just going to incorporate all that in. So you just want to get all the lumps and what have you out of the flour. And it also helps to incorporate a little bit extra air into your mixture as well. Okay, so I'm going to mix this through. You can do it by hand with a spatula or a wooden spoon, or you can use your hand mixer. So I'm going to mix this all together and then I'll be back in a wee second once I've mixed it all together. Right guys, so this is how mine looks once I've mixed it all together. If you do have a little bit of flour around about the sides, then just use your spatula and just get the sides and just fold it all in. And that's how you do that. So you can at this point add a little bit of milk, maybe 1 or 2 teaspoons of milk, or you can use 1 or 2 teaspoons of water. Just that's if your mixture's too thick, but you don't have to. It is optional for milk or water. So I'll be back in a wee second and then we'll put all this into our cupcakes. Okay guys, so I have placed my large cupcake cases into a muffin tin. So it's a deep muffin tinner I'm using. I find you get a much better cupcake, because if you use little thin cupcake tins, your cupcakes don't rise, or the overflow. You don't get quite as nice a cupcake doing it this way. So what I usually do is I use 2 spoons and I try and equally distribute the cupcake mixture into each case. Try and get them as even as possible. So just using 2 spoons, one to push the mixture into the cupcake cases. Just try to be careful not to get the cupcake mixture onto your cases. But it's no big deal if you do get some, because you know, practice makes perfect. So I usually find like one big heap spoonful, like a tablespoon, is enough for each one at the moment. And if there's any left over at the very end, you can go back round and just try and equally get the remaining stuff into the rest of the cases. Right guys, so I'll be back in a wee second once I have done the rest of the cupcakes. Okay guys, this is my cupcakes mixture in the cases. Don't worry if they look a bit uneven like this, because they will start leveling out once you have them in the oven. So these will go in the oven for about 25 minutes. 30 minutes maximum. So pop them in the oven and just check them after about 20 minutes and that, depending on your oven and that. But it should be between 25 and 30 minutes to take to cook. Once they have baked, I will come back and show you what they look like once they are baked. Okay guys, so that's what my cupcakes look like. They've been in the oven for gave them 27 minutes and then took them out. I'm going to use a little cocktail stick, or you could use a knife as well. I'm just going to check to see if they're cooked all the way through. If it comes out nice and clean without any sticky residue, then it's cooked, it's done. So just into the centre, and yeah, that's clean. So I'll just do this with like 2 or 3. That one's clean as well. Right. They're good, they're all done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them cool down in the oven tray, the muffin trays, for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to transfer them over to a wire cooling rack. And then once they're completely cooled, I'm going to put some buttercream onto them. So I will make a separate video for them, for the buttercream. So I'll be back in a few minutes once I've transferred them over to my wire cooling rack. Right guys, so that's what my cupcakes look like. I've transferred them over to the cooling rack to cool off. They'll take roughly about an hour and a half to cool completely. And then once they're completely cooled, I'm going to decorate them with a yellow buttercream. And then I have got like a little fondant topper to put on some of them, along with some sprinkles and stuff, just to decorate them. But please don't decorate your cupcakes until they're completely cool, because your buttercream and your fondant icing will melt otherwise. So I will make a separate video for the buttercream and the fondant icing as well. Right, thanks, bye.